Welcome to another segment, Witch's Brew Fireline Rescue, Rescu-Me Vest. Today what we're going to be dealing with is 3 different ways of being able to start fire. First one is the Light My Fire knife. It's one of my favorites. It has a high quality knife, high quality blade, but what's really unique about it, it actually has a magnesium fire starter within the handle itself. And here a little bit we'll go over actually starting fire with one of these methods. The next item that we have is what's called a spark light. Small flint starter, if you will, with fire starting material within the box. The design purpose behind this is when you lose your fine dexterity in your fingers when you're cold, simply working with your thumb. We'll go into using that as well. The next item, which is commonly called NATO matches, large matches with a long burn time. Has a striker surface on the waterproof container as well as an additional striker surface on the inside should this one become wet. Additionally, there's cotton within the inside of the cap. I'm emphasizing the term cotton, and the reason being that when you're looking for material to start fire with, cotton is an excellent choice. And then when you add petroleum jelly, as what you're going to see with this, becomes an incredible fire starter. So that's what this is, a simple $1.50 container stuffed with cotton balls that have been impregnated with petroleum jelly. So from this, what we'll do is we'll actually move into the actual process of starting fire with these particular items. Okay, so what we've done, we've actually taken one of the cotton balls out of the sealed container. These cotton balls have been impregnated somewhat with petroleum jelly. Fire starter of choice is going to be the spark light fire starter, which you're going to use holding in your thumb like so. So what we'll do is we'll give a couple sparks here, and you can see how well the impregnated cotton ball burns, and burns very, very well. Something like this will burn for up to a minute, minute and a half, which gives you the opportunity to be able to start a fire and get your kindling going. As you can see, the wind really does not affect it that much, but this is a real fine choice for being able to start a fire. I can't stress enough how important it is to keep your cotton balls in a sealed, tight container so that you can have multiple uses within this one single container. As you can see, it continues to burn. The same thing is true with starting it with the matches, or the same thing is true with starting it with your flint lighter. Excuse me, your magnesium fire starter works on the same principle. You can see how well this is burning for an extended period of time here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over, and I've gathered up some tinder, and we're going to go ahead and put that on top of some tinder that is still fairly moist from the multitude of rain that we've gotten here in the northwest. And we'll see how well that actually starts a fire. So we'll move right over into that. Thank you. Okay, the choice this time for being able to start this fire, or attempting to start your cotton ball, I gathered up some kindling right here. Put one of those cotton balls on top of the kindling, and what we're going to attempt to use on this time is the actual magnesium fire starter within the Light My Fire knife. And the way that you properly use this is not started on the front of the blade, it's started on the back of the blade. So the blade is actually held still, and you draw the magnesium flint towards you, as you can see here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to start this flint the same way, placing the blade, okay, solid in a solid thing, and then pulling the magnesium fire starter away from you. And there you have it, okay? That's your impregnated cotton ball working on the kindling right here that I developed. And as you can see, the cotton ball burns very, very well and has the ability to dry out this extremely wet kindling. From there, what you can do is add additional material to it and work towards a larger fire. This is a very brief explanation as to how this works. Once again, placing the blade in a solid environment so that it's not moving away from you. Using the back side of the blade, take the magnesium fire starter, draw it towards you. Those sparks that are producing there are 5,400 degrees. As you can see, we got a nice little fire started here right now. And like I say, you could add to that as time goes on, and the most important thing before you start something like this, okay, is to understand that you need to have your material ready to add to the fire. Once again, that concludes our little fire starting segment. Look forward to the next segment with you on Witches Brew Fireline Rescue, Rescue-Me Survival Vest. Remember, keep that situational awareness up. Thank you. Hello again. Just like to add a little bit to yesterday's fire sequence, if you would. One of the things that you find up here in the Northwest, in particular in Oregon as well, is the moss that when it's dried out, this becomes an incredible fire starter. So just put that in the back of your mind as additional items to start fire. The other thing is checking and looking for a place to actually do your shelter. There's a lot of nice areas within this that you could probably build a shelter. The main thing that you're going to be looking for is the safety of your shelter choiceman. If you will, in the mountains of Idaho and places like that where there's a lot of tall timber, well, there's tall timber here too. But the thing is you want to look out for these leaners, or what we call widowmakers, right? They look like a really nice place, in particular when they're leaning like to put your tent over it, really nice shelter. Bad choice, right? Those come down spontaneously. They also come down in the winds, and they come down pretty dramatically. Not a good choice for a place for your shelter. So these sort of things need to be thought about. Another thing here in the Northwest, or places where they get a lot of moisture like Oregon in here, especially in the summertime, is there's a lot of poison ivy and a lot of poison oak. Probably the last thing that you want is a condition of poison ivy or poison oak in a survival situation. It really makes your day ugly. So, if you would, be very careful. Keep your situational awareness up when you're looking for or trying to choose a site for your shelter. With that, we'll continue with another short piece here in a little bit. Thank you very much.